feel like the camera needs to go that way, but we'll worry about that after all. So, I just want to look. Let me put that down a little too. Okay, I kind of need like all the other lights to go on, but it's my plant lights and they're not going on for a little while longer. So good morning. It just feels maybe I'll put my overhead on. It just feels like really, really, really dark. And I don't want to put my camera up any higher, but I feel like it's lacking a lot on my table right now. And that's kind of bothering me. Good morning. So let's do the end of August. I want the animal cards. I feel like there's a transit. There's always a transit, but when Uranus, I think, shifts soon. September 1st. Ooh, and that retro is in Taurus, and then Pluto returns to Capricorn, which is another earth sign. That baby. I didn't know he was in there. I didn't know he was crouching all the way down. Crouching tiger. All right. Alright. I'm gonna have to move some things around because I'm not liking the shadow effect going on over here. But I don't want my plants right there either in my way. I guess I'll just leave that one for now. Oh, I never fixed my tablecloth. That's what it I'm done. Done talking. I'm done talking. All right, so 26th through the 30th. Rest of August, I guess we'll go to 31st for shits and giggles. So still a lot of Virgo too on the 30th. Jupiter, True Node, Mars, Gemini, Uranus, Taurus. So a lot of strong Earth this week. I don't think you're going to be, probably, if you're super sensitive, you'd probably already be feeling Uranus. Just trying to look at something differently here. Pluto and Venus. Oh, they're trying at the exact degree, so that might be a little bit of, that day might be a little intense for you. That would be the 29th, so that might peak the 28th and the 30th. And then Mercury and Uranus peak at this, that's September 7th. I have the CAD board under here. You see how this is going to drive me bananas until I fix it. And I can't really. Fix it like that. I'm not even a perfectionist, guys. It's just certain stuff like this that I didn't fix from yesterday that will fucking drive me bananas. Okay. So, kind of getting you them, give or take. I said give or take a couple days, but that doesn't really make sense. Give or take. I don't know. Is there give and take? I don't know. You, them. What Spirit wants? Or am I going to do you, them? What's going to give and take? That's strange. All right. We can do that. How do I brighten you up? You, them, and what's got to give and take. Again, you pick a side. Yours, theirs. But I was just almost about to go earth, fire, water, air. I used to separate, not used to, once in a while. What is that? This kiss, this kiss. That's not opal. Oh, actually, it might be black opal. See, I knew that was going to drive me nuts. So, I feel like I keep seeing this panther at the bottom of the deck. You have the owl. Something with speech. Starfish. Could be like clairvoyant energy here too. You could be using your intuition, especially here with the starfish. It's beautiful energy. It can be alluring, spiritual. The owl is also another spiritual, abundant, clairvoyant type energy. A treasure. I'm getting like that mustard yellow, as if like somebody was like, first I thought like something was trying to like peck at you or something, you know, like a seagull would keep pecking. But then I'm seeing like this yellow, the same yellow outline in the corner of the cards. But you know how like some people will be like, make fun of you, oh, you got like mustard yellow on, or I don't know. So I hope no one's teasing children. But this is like a talent, but it could be like hiding your talent, hiding your intuition, acting dumb when you're smart. I don't think the owl would act dumb. You could be really good at like acrobatics or like talent. I'm getting pulled like water talent, like a mermaid or something. Like I don't know if they used to have but like water Olympics. Like water Olympics, or like those synchronized swimmers. Like there's, and I don't want to say odd. Again, I want to be like that odd like sport or odd. You know what I mean? So I don't know if somebody's trying to bring somebody down here once again, or like bully somebody, because like, oh, mustard yellow, you know, or you're wearing two yellows and those yellows don't even match, because it's like that yellow kind of matches that yellow, but then you look at the top of the card, that's a completely different yellow. Get what I'm saying? So I don't know if someone's mocking you. But like, yeah, artsy, or like somebody in class, like, I mean, school is starting, guys. Like if you have younger children, like maybe just like awareness, I'm not sure, like, but I just got pulled to mental health. So again, I would think maybe like younger children, maybe, you know, this is clearly an adult reading, but I mean, adults can be bullies too. I mean, maybe you're bullying your own kid, like, oh, you want to wear that? But but you're not doing it like in the sense of like really bullying, but you are though. So, but I feel like, oh, like plain Jane, oh, look, she's back, or he's back. And, you know, it's the same shoes as last year. Yeah. So this is, I don't like this. And it's not in the sense of like maybe the parents can't afford new shoes. Like maybe that kid really likes those shoes. So there's something definitely happening. And if you could be an adult being bullied, behind your back and you don't even know it. Oh, thank goodness my plant lights are going on. So but you're really talented. So if you don't sense this energy yet, this is like a little bit of a heads up that somebody's going to try to come and knock down a project, or somebody's going to try to like convince you like that's not a good idea. Maybe they want to tweak your idea. It just reminds me of like kids going back to school. It just reminds me of like a very childish energy. But again, this could be like, it could also be competitive energy at work. But I am getting like anywhere from like 3rd grade to like 8th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. It's like not fitting in, or, someone takes cheerleading and the other sister takes band. But it's going to mess with somebody's mental health. So I don't like that. And it's a strong message. So, heads up, you're the parents, you're the guardians, you're the mentor, you're the ones that, like you advocate for your children. So I remember one year the principal did not like me, and I went in there and because Alana was getting bullied, and I gave her permission. I said, if anyone puts their hands on you first, you have my permission. And the school looked at me and was like, that's not how we do things here. And I said, well, that's how I do things in my household. So, and it's not because I'm an asshole. This was a continuous thing. And I'm glad Alana finally stood up for herself, because she didn't for a long time. And it took a while to do that. Like, my kids aren't bullies. So I don't know if, obviously every school is like a handoff policy, guys, hands off. Like, I mean, this could even be like college and somebody being like harassed or blackmailed. But there's something with just, again, maybe childish energy, or just somebody who wants to take you out or take you down. I do feel like 17-year-olds, not to make anybody nervous right now, I do feel like 17-year-olds are being targeted in a strange way, like galactically, in a government way. Ever since I had that dream, and then like 17, and then I was at the beach yesterday, and I was telling Marsh about this accident, and because at the same time she was like, her boss's daughter passed away over the weekend. And I was like, well, my kids knew this girl from Londonderry where they used to go to school, and she was 17. And close your eyes if you're sensitive to content, because this is the stuff that I wish they didn't show on the news, but I'm going to show you real quick. So please shut your eyes if or content. That was the car. So she went off the highway, and nobody knows why. There was a whole bunch of witnesses. It had to have been absolutely horrific. Okay. Heart-wrenching. 17. This dream with me in 17's been coming through for a few weeks now. I was on the way to the funeral. My dad's like, oh, my cousin Paul died on this road. He was 17. The dream was 17. One of my nieces died at 17, car accident, not blood, but 17. Jade lost a friend, Craig. He was 17. I looked up his obituary last week, a couple days ago, when I saw that. It's tragic. So do not panic. I also have a 17-year-old, okay? But my dream was no joke. and it involved like 3 teenage boys, and it was just the way it went down. If you guys caught that video, like, so I don't know how to explain this. I feel like there could be a group of like 10-year-olds, depending on people's charts. You ever hear the word soul family, soulmates? Like, we all come into this lifetime. It's a small world. We always bump into people, right? Like, it's not a small world. Like, it's a huge world, but it's not a coincidence that everybody's connected. It's how it works. So I do feel like there's age groups being targeted in a sense of our Akashic records, our path, in order for like ascension. You wouldn't think like you'd have to push through bullying to get through ascension. Like, we don't know everybody's situation, right? But hundreds of thousands walk the same path, that are in the same category, that will be learning the same type of lessons that year when it comes to where planets are placed because of the placements astrologically, right? So I don't think people I don't know if that really clicks for people. That's why tarot and certain stuff with the right readers can really relate to people, because it's astrologically happening. It's a feeling that people have and go through, competitive, jealousy, whatever it may be. And people get triggered. But I don't feel like the age 17 here, but, I didn't even want to show Marsha that picture, but her boss's best friend's daughter was the one that passed away. And we both brought it up at the same time. We both have 17-year-olds. And I was explaining like the coincidental events with everything. And she's like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, I know. She's like, I got a weird vibe like that too. And I was more disturbed that I don't like that there's pictures like that on social media for the parents to see, like that image. I woke up the other day at 4 a.m. with that image in the head, and she's not even my daughter. Like, I can't, so, and I know I just showed it, and to me, it's not like awareness. I only showed it because it factors in here somewhere, and it's not necessarily 17, but like a group of 10-year-olds, guys. I don't know, and it could be because of the way the parents raise the children. You never know. Or, some kids bully because they get bullied at home. So when they push around kids at school, it makes them feel like they're in control. Like, there's so many different reasons on why things go down. But, and I really contemplated whether or not to even share that with you guys the other day, but I knew I had to after I had just shared with you the story of the 17-year-old in my dream. And I hesitated almost an entire week to tell you guys, to break down that dream. So, just pay extra close, pay attention on the roads, especially at night. It's a raccoon, they're out at night. Owl out at night. Starfish come out at night. They go to the surface. They like the moonlight. Anything's at 0 degrees, it can be tricky. And one of it is Pluto, but it's Pluto and Venus. So that's more like intensity than anything. But again, I didn't show that to raise awareness. I showed that, her car is in the air. Like, in my dream, the car wasn't in the air, but every accident has involved trees that I've heard of, and that's now the 4th one besides my dream with a 17-year-old. And this generation is being targeted, like this generation between the ages like 10 to 25, fertility issues with women. And actually that came through last week in a read. Massive groups. It's the government's way of control. This is the lost generation. So they're going to target this generation Because if they have control over our children right now, you know, our grandchildren, they'll have total control over our grandchildren. So this is like a very crucial time happening right now. I've been saying for years, like, we're going down in history without you guys realizing. This time period is going down in history. You can't be paranoid every time a kid leaves the house either, guys. You know what I mean? Like, but I definitely feel like there's something with like 10, 11, just like grade school. And for some reason, 17. And I just saw 23. So this could be a grown-ass adult wanting to take you out, you know? Not everyone likes to fix everybody's fucking crowns, guys. So I will tell you, somebody's extremely talented here, and I feel like you could be getting scrutinized. You could be bullied. That didn't come out right. Scrutiny, like, you could be an adult and, you know, this is like, what about like actors, and then all of a sudden they start going the religious route or the politician route, you know, like, not too many successfully turn the leaf like that. Well, this is, you know, you start talking about this and they're like, well, how can you talk about this when you're not educated on that? Well, there's certain things when it comes to wisdom and certain stuff, like when you know, you can talk about it. The answers are there. But I know there's certain things that I don't always want to talk about, especially if I'm not educated on it, you know, even though I have my opinion and the knowledge I have, there's just that I know there's so much more out there. So do pay attention what anybody under the age of 27 with your children and work and, you know, being not a friend, more of a mentor, guidance. Like, hey, anything going on? Anything I want to talk about? Like this, there's just, I do feel like there's like targeted attacks. Like, I'm getting like bing, 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 bing. But like, I'm also getting like in the galaxy, like bing, bing. I don't even know how to explain that, but I'm also getting like in Matrix, I'm getting like paintball. When you shoot people with paintballs. Maybe it's the color in this card, how it's just kind of like, and I did get a few new decks. The star, what was it? Star something came out. It was one of these. Star. Like it was you guys' energy. So again, it could be something like nocturnal. And again, you don't really see starfish. You only see starfish at night unless they're like in like not a gully. I'm hearing a gully. Like, depending on what beach you go to, like there's little like little rivers. I'm hearing trenches. Like, so I don't know what it's trying to tell me, but they're active at night. Not really during the day. They have predators during the day. They have predators at night too, right? So there's night vision too. I don't know if starfish have night vision, but I know an owl and a raccoon does. So there's definitely lots of people out to get people here. Can starfish see? I'm assuming they can. Yes, they have eyes that help them navigate their surroundings and see in the dark. So they also have night vision. But it can see in the dark in different shapes, and it can find food and hide from predators. like during the day, they go for dark places because their vision's not as good as adults, but they go to dark places because they know they're being hidden. So see what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like you're hiding your own talent here. But I don't know if you feel like you're being targeted. Like, this is a strong message for somebody, and it's some of you, it's us, it's our age group. Like, it could even be celebrities being attacked, or politicians, good morning, politicians being attacked in the public eye. I just keep hearing scrutinize. Let me get peanut butter, some fresh water. Come here, peanut butter. Peanut butter num-nums, come on. Come finish your num-nums. Come on, you're going to crawl on the damn floor. I mean, you think. Come on. He was up at 5 o'clock with me this morning. He's just eating now. I got my 2 owls over here. They're backwards. These were like our little mascots. I'm going to run pee real quick. They were like little, I don't know, someone got them for me, I think. Did I get them? Definitely like a Christmas ornament, I think. Years and years and years ago. There's a little feather on the sink. What I also want to say, again, I'm not going to show a picture, but, you know, mute me for the next 30 seconds too, because I want to talk about that car accident. My dream, it was somebody was in that car for hours until like they got back to the tow place. But she was in that car for hours before they could get her out of it. She didn't pass away until she got to the hospital. So I'm telling you, like, somebody is sitting here for hours. There can be depression. So one of the suicide cards came out the other day. So please be there for friends, especially if you know someone needs it or somebody's going through a really hard time. Be there for your friend. Somebody could, again, be teasing somebody for an art class for their damn drawings, like a 3rd grader, guys. Like, and I'm telling you, it's back to school. Kids can be fucking cruel. Like, oh, you know, like, same sneakers as last year. Like, people just out to be bullying. And Mia got a message the other day, and it was some kid from Londonderry too. And they thought it was somebody else. And they're like, I just want to let you know, like, you're the biggest bully or the biggest asshole or something like I've ever met in Londonderry. It was something weird. And Mia's just like, wrong number, but maybe you should be like a little nicer. Like, but that was the opposite energy in the sense of like, you're the biggest asshole. But like, you don't even need to do that. Like, so, oh, I don't know, guys. And I really feel like this is an adult. Like, this is your talent. And people clearly are going to stop being bashed in the public eye for some reason. Like, I'm kind of getting like Trump energy with the owl. So like politician. It's going to pull to Seymour. Seymour wasn't the plant, right? It was the guy that fed the plant. Those of you, this is definitely like us, our energy, heightened awareness. You could have certain talents that are going to start coming to the surface. I don't know if they're out of nowhere or all of a sudden, like, you speak up. Like, I'm getting like somebody being like, you're an ugly owl. Like, as if like this owl is more pretty than this owl. Like, I do prefer, I like Asian elephants, but I love African elephants too. You know what I mean? So I just got pulled to a disease coming from Africa. But like, this is a barn owl, you know, it's whatever it is, it's pretty strong and intense. Like, it's an intentional hit. And I feel like it could be somebody else doing it to you, or you could be doing it to somebody else and not realizing it. You could be bashing your children without realizing, like, you're lowering their self-esteem. Oh, look at you smelling all good, trying to impress the women. Trying to impress the girls. You know what I mean? Like, that one comment that's not made to make someone feel self-conscious is going to make somebody feel self-conscious. Like, we're borderline depression here. So I don't know when Suicide Awareness Month is out. I feel like that came in a few months ago. I do know, I don't think it's August, but I did have somebody a long time ago attempt and get those vibes in August, and I just came across it again recently. Now that I think about it, I was a little nervous. And Marsha actually mentioned something, and I never mention names, but like, she actually mentioned something the other day too. So you could be really aware of this energy, like, you can sense it. So you might just want to kind of like reach out, check on someone. But you might be like, oh, I'm really busy. I'm working on my script. I'm working on this. Like, take the 2 minutes or 10 minutes to have the conversation with somebody or play catch up. Like, I can feel a shift in my life. I can feel change personally. And that usually comes with, you know, sometimes change is hard. It can come with an actual death, a physical death. Like, it can come with certain energies that we don't like in order to create change. Like some people, depending on life and with spirit, you know, like depending on where that direction's going, like life's a taken because they don't belong in your life, or, you know, generational curses, like depending on what it is, like in order for something to be like passed down, passing the baton, or, you know, you get like the gold crown, or like the business gets handed to you, you know, someone in the family has to pass away before you can take over the business, right? Unless it's set up ahead of time, but typically that doesn't go down like that. It could. And I just realized this one's eyes was much bigger than this one's eyes, but it's probably the same size. No, actually, it's not. I want to say those are two different eyes sizes that I didn't pick up on. You know what? I think I got these at a craft, and I just thought they were just so cute. I think that's actually what it was. And I don't ever really get pulled to like owls. I'm an animal person, but I don't usually get pulled to owls. And I think they're actually made with real feathers. It was probably like a town craft fair. And I was like, these are so cute. I don't even want them on the tree. Because I really just thought they were darling. So, and I do like owls. But I was just about to say, like, I have a favorite, not a barn owl. You see what I'm saying? Like, so, like, as if, like, one's better than the other. And it's not. Like, an Asian elephant isn't better than, like, an African elephant. So, see what I'm saying? Like, so you might insult somebody, or somebody's insulting you, or you don't realize you're damaging your own consciousness here. So I do feel like you're hiding some pretty important talents here. But it's like beautiful energy, alluring. Spiritual energy with the starfish. Same with the owl. And again, raccoons, we think it's like shady, but this is not. This is like being really, really talented. Very artistic. To me, I think you're aware of this talent, or you're aware that a certain child has this talent, or a friend. I just feel like the energy is going to be forced into something. Like you could even feel forced, like into having a conversation. And I usually don't get this vibe with Marsh, but with other people. So you might even notice it with your friendships, because I mentioned her name, 10 times today? She's like, for years, she was talking about like Trump and the JFK Jr., the speech, but how like, what foods, and one of her friends that's a nurse, she's going more like the holistic route. Like she can't stand being a nurse anymore because just the medication, and she's just seeing it a lot at hospitals. And then her friend was like, Marsh, you've been telling me for years or whatnot. And she's like, I'm finally seeing it. But then when Marsh explains stuff to me like that, I'm like, I've been talking about this for years. And you know me, guys, I get very, not offended, but I do in a way. It's almost like I don't even want to have the conversation, because I've been teaching this. We've all been saying this for years. So it's almost like she's coming at me as if maybe she thinks it's new knowledge to me, and it's not, because I don't talk about my YouTube side with anybody, really. I look at it as my business in a way, not like my business like as in like tax dollar too, but like I'm there for my children. I explain certain stuff and energy, but it's really about you guys, right? So I don't, people say, how's YouTube, a family playing catch up? Oh, it's good, like because I don't need to project my thoughts or opinions or barter, I'm hearing barter, or go back and forth with anybody, a family, a friend. You know, if you guys are watching YouTube, you're on it, you're choosing to be on this channel, you're choosing to agree, disagree, whatever. You get where I'm going with that. So, but there was like 2 times I'm like, all right, let's just stop talking about it, because, and she knows I'm surprised. Like, it's not like Courtney, like, oh, you can't tell her fucking anything. It's not like that. But when I'm already educated on something and I've had these conversations, and you think you can re-educate me, and that's not what I think she's trying to do either. But it is. I don't like when someone talks to me about something I'm already highly fucking aware of. Like, it just irritates me. I don't know how to explain it. Like, and it's okay. Like, everybody has an opinion. Like, I have to be able to be like, okay, you're opinionated, you know, like, but it's like when somebody's like, I'm telling you, and I'm like, oh, I just get frustrated because I'm like, I've already been talking about this for fucking years. Like, you know, she's like, I'm so worried about our kids, this and that. And I'm like, once again, like, I've been saying to you guys before this whole coronavirus, like, I'm just the messenger, guys. I didn't predict it, but yep, I did talk about it. I did give you guys heads up a good solid year before it fucking came around. But the thing that concerns me more than what we just went through with hundreds of thousands of people dying from that virus is that it's coming back even more fierce, and it's going to attack our kids. And if our kids are not healthy, they're fucked. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is the lost generation, and the government knows to tag it. That's why I say with the whole he, she, him, it, they, it's not me being an asshole. And that's why I say, like, why don't you guys target the government? Because they're targeting you. They're laughing at you. But yet you feel justified. You feel like you now have a place, and now you can fight with the elder. Like, it's not about that. But they don't see that. They see it as a whole bunch of liberals or Democrats fighting for their rights. That's bullshit. They don't give a fuck. They're laughing. Laughing right at you. I hate to tell you that. And it could be this energy too. But here you are, think you're winning, because now we can check the box they. Okay? So it is what it is. There's no point in trying to, like, battle all that. Everyone has an opinion. Speak your opinion, you know? So someone here is extremely fucking talented. Whether it's a child, an adult. Are you intentionally hiding your talent? Maybe. I don't know. Or it feels like this push is coming where it's just like random. Sometimes that push comes and we do, I just heard money moves. We do just make moves, you know. Not just money, I'm just saying. I just got pulled the lunch money too. You know, you want to trade your cupcake for this fruit roll up? So it's not just happening to one age group here, because they want to shut down this age group. So if you think about it, like, careful, like vaccines, like certain stuff, you know, like certain people don't want vaccines in their children. Like, I get it. Like, I didn't want the kids to have COVID vaccine, like, but I allowed Caden to have the HPV, and Marsh was completely against it. We're just two different opinionated, but like, you can get HPV through oral sex. I got it from my first sex partner when I was 16. You know, and I just dodged cancer a couple years ago because of it. So every parent, you know, has to make a decision when it comes to that too. Like, she's like, no, you're 18. He actually wanted it because it is something you can get even through oral sex. And it's too high these days. So, but I get it. There's a downside to everything, you know? I don't even want my kids to have the flu shot. Jade, in one case, I like that she gets the flu shot, only because she can get very sickly, you know. So certain bodies do good with certain vaccines and others do not. It's like a different type of transponder is what I'm getting. But I mean, things are altering our DNA, stuff they're putting in food. You know, I know we're like really aware of that, but maybe this is kind of like, I guess it's just time to fucking take your power back, whatever this is. You know, I do feel like there's going to be some type of force here, like, and it could come out of nowhere, and it could be like a very good force, and you're like, wow, who is that person? Or wow, where did my child go? Or, you know, like, holy shit. But I do feel like you have a bunch of, like, I'm hearing renegades, like, around you that, like, are there waiting to take you down. And I'm telling you, I feel like there's something galactically happening with 17-year-olds. Like, they're targeting 17-year-olds right now. And it could be feminines with the reproduction. It could be, you know, this person, they know that this group is going to be political fucking warriors in 10 years. Like, you know, we're not the only little world around here that sees that stuff, you know what I mean? And they try to take it out. So I honestly do feel, and I've never gotten that vibe like that before. I've gotten age groups with death and stuff like that, but I feel like 17-year-olds are being fucking targeted. I don't know if anybody else is fucking seeing it. I know it's strange, but I feel like it's fucking true. I feel like it's happening. And then again, my dream, and then ever since my dream, there was 4 massive particular conversations we had about 17-year-olds, and they all passed away. So why is that age group being targeted? I don't know. And people can be like, oh, you know, it's just new drivers, you know, but like, say what you want. We all have an opinion. Why is that age group being targeted? I don't know. I don't like it. And I have a 17-year-old. So I get it. It's, you know, you can have a 16-year-old, an 18-year-old, but there's a 17-year-old driving, you know, and you don't know how old that kid is. But every time your kid leaves or this, like, well, how old is he? You know, well, some people are like that. Like, I'm like that with my kids. How long has that person had their license? Because I don't want them driving home and certain stuff in the dark. Like, I'm anal like that, you know. But I just feel like 17-year-olds right now are extremely vulnerable. So do be careful with vaccines. Do be careful with driving. Do be careful with sex education. Like, it's not just with vehicles. It's something with 17-year-olds. You know, I wonder if, like, next year the dropout rate is higher. Like, you can't gauge that stuff right now, but in a year or two, that's why I said, like, we're in the middle of history without people realizing we're in the history books. Like, we all are in the history books, so there would be history, but in the sense of, like, major fucking things happening. And we won't have those statistics right now for another year or two until that group turns 18, 19. And I guarantee is the spike of that age. I don't know what it is with that age and why 17-year-olds are being targeted right now, but they are being targeted. And I've never really looked at an age group being targeted, you know, like, besides, like, when Corona and came out with, like, you know, the elders and youngers, when it, you know, infants, when it comes to RSV, things like that, but like things that we already have knowledge on, right? But I'm sorry if this reading is a little disturbing for some of you. I know it's not like the average read of maybe what you thought you were going to get, but that's been happening lately. I am kind of getting like a rites of passage type here too. So maybe society tells us, the government, we sleep at night, we're awake during the day. Like, for some of you, maybe if you were to like do a podcast, like maybe you're better off doing it at night, third shift, but it's not third shift. It's third shift to everybody else in the world, but to you, it's first shift. Like some of you work better under the moon. I just looked underneath and it's the wolf. I'm just getting like this, you know what I mean? And this yellow, different kinds of yellow was the first thing I noticed in all these cards. So fifth generation, anyone that's like a fifth generation right now, maybe that has something to do with the 17-year-olds. I don't know. Like, here's your gift, and it's like, oh, 17, like in different countries now you can get married, or now you can get your tattoo. Like it's something like that. Like, oh, 17, 16, yep, you can drive. 21, you can drink. Like, I'm telling you, like, there's something going on with fucking 17. So again, like, I was at the beach yesterday. Deer run on the road, a raccoon, you can run over a raccoon, a bird flies and the owl flies in front of you when you're driving. Like, at night, it's going to throw you off. There was a shit ton of extra fucking lifeguards because of the undertow and the amount of sharks that have been around. And I remember before the whole shark and whale thing, it was probably like 6 months ago, I mentioned something going on with the ocean with sharks and whales, and ever since then there's been a big surge of something going on with them. And again, I'm getting pulled to 17, so, and again, I have a 17-year-old, guys, like, so we can't sit here and live in fear, but awareness, don't freak your kid out either. It's just, I only had that picture because that picture shoot Marsh wanted to show it to her son. And I actually showed it to Caden. He's like, I don't want to see that. I'm like, I get it. But like, and my biggest thing was like, I hate that that's on social media for like the friends and families to see that. And I know the troopers are like, it's awareness, but like, to me, it's just fucking disturbing. And Disturbia, it's, yeah. So again, I've always stressed to my kids, like, cars are not toys. It is a privilege to have a car. Like, it is a tool. It is a weapon. It is a deadly weapon. It's like owning a gun. You have no business being behind a wheel if you're not going to pay attention. And I hate to say it, I do like when my kids get in little fender benders when they first start driving, or little incidents, because that's what makes people more highly aware. And it sucks. But until you really experience something, it's just like growing up. You can say it till you're blue in the damn face. Your kids are going to do what you want to do. You're going to do what you want to do. It's not really being rebellious. It's how we learn things in life. It's how our brains work. It's conditioning. Like, the government wants to control something here. And we know that, but like, I can't stress it's this generation that it's clearly targeting, because they're the ones that are going to have the babies that are going to be making the decisions. And people think it's like this generation, our kids making decisions. No, the government still has control. It's their children. People having children now. And then 10 and on is their children. Made like 8, 10 to 27 that are alive right now. It's their children that are going to impact the world. And when I first heard like this generation with our children is the lost generation, like Spirit didn't even want me to refer to them as lost generation. And I battled with that, but that's how, Spirit does refer to that generation, and they're not fucking heartless. It's just, it's the lost generation. It's the video games, the Wi-Fi, the electronics, the frequencies. It's, COVID came in, they passed fucking everybody. Other laws came in. We're going to pay off your fucking student loan. Why? Because there was a fucking illness. Look at all these other fucking third world countries and all the vaccines they try on them before they come to the United States. It's just like my whole meditation thing. I know we all have a fucking opinion. I know we're all fucking sick of hearing it, but like, apparently my channel is meant to stress this right now, because there's another group, a large group of you guys, where we do things. Like, I always knew I was going to be in the public eye and something was going to be big one day. Did I think it was going to happen a long time ago? Yeah, but everything happens when it's supposed to. And just because I get that feeling doesn't mean it's going to happen. It could have been a past life vibe, or it is something that can still happen. It's like I feel it. It's in my bones. But again, like, not if I don't make it happen, right? But again, I could try as hard as I can and only impact thousands and thousands, but that's enough if that's what ends up impacting how it gets impacted, and I'm authentic and I am who I am. We all have an opinion sitting at the dinner table at fucking work, but we all have these free fucking platforms, and, millions of people are not fucking voicing their opinion. So I do worry about this generation in the next 8 years to 10 years is definitely crucial when it comes to education and how we are teaching our kids. And it's not like, oh, the first kids, we did this, we did that. So it's kind of like a different generation. One's older, younger. No, it's not favoritism. It's not like, oh, I failed with the first one. No. Like, that's still conditioning. That's people's thoughts that are still fucking ass backwards. You know what I mean? Like, even my parents, why don't you make this one get a job, this and that? I'm like, because they're only kids for so fucking long. They want a job, they can have one. If they don't, so be it. Same thing with Caden. Next year, next summer, maybe you can have a month or two off. That's it. You're in the real world. I don't need to force my kids to get a job. I know some people, and my parents are the same way, like, kid needs a job, needs to do this, needs to do that. Like, no. I know my kids are only going to be kids for so long. And it's not because the way I was raised, I had great fucking morals. And I don't mind buying them a car, but then you need a job to pay for your insurance and gas, which is expensive, And, oh, they should be doing this, and it teaches them responsibility. They have the rest of their lives to be responsible when it comes to that factor, when it comes to bills and this and that. Like, that's not me being a bad parent or, oh, Courtney, I just don't get it. Like, I love my parents, but sometimes I've had this conversation. It's like they think they failed on me. And it's like, you did not, you weren't even close to fucking failing. That's you guys looking at conditioning and how you were raised and why you think you failed. You didn't fail. I chose this path. Like, I tend to be a more lenient parent, but I think I'm doing a great fucking job. So, for instance, the kids made a card for, their dad the other day. It was his birthday. And from what I hear, it's a great card, and they put pictures in it, and it's great. And then Mia and Alana, they were showing me pictures, and I'm like, why didn't you ask me for pictures? Like, I have all these pictures of all four of you and Dad. Like, I own these pictures. Like, they're available at any time. When we were going through stuff, she was looking through the box, and she's like, I know, we've never made a card for you like that. Like, we've done other things, but like, And I'm like, well, that's okay. Like, she's like, but I didn't want you to feel bad. And I'm like, no fucking way. Like, that's your dad. You guys love your dad, you know? That just shows me I'm proud of my children. Like, that tells me I raised my children right. They don't have to pick and choose because shit's going down on either side of the fucking bridge, guys. That makes me a proud parent, you know? So, there's definitely something going on here with kids. And, encourage them to do that versus, encourage them to travel and live out their dreams versus you have to go to this school and family tradition or you should really do this. Like, people my age are still paying off fucking student debt. Like, our kids, how are they even going to survive with fucking rent and bills these days? And then it's like, oh, they got to live with their parents, and then the parents think they failed. Like, the government set this up very strategically, guys, for the last fucking 50, 100 years. Like, this wasn't like all of a sudden it flashed before our eyes. Like, this has been a strategic fucking blueprint for a long time now. Let's see the other energy. Got the hummingbird. Gazelle. The bat and the otter. It's like this one's missing Earth. This one's missing Earth. This one's missing fire. See, I like this energy too, but I like this energy too. But now I feel like this is like, I don't know if this is the older generation attacking like a group. But the hummingbird is very positive. Lots of resources. The gazelle is very courageous, got a lot of abilities. I'm really getting pulled to like the otter. But it's playful energy, joy, contentment. It's almost like the Nine of Cups. The bat's about letting go, but can also be like rebirth. The moth can be very impulsive, hasty type energy, but it can also be like beautiful wishes. You do have the otter right there too. So there is like a whole bunch of different energy here. So again, like this could be somebody else's energy. It could be yours. It could be masculine, feminine. It's just the energy around you guys. Like it's not one's better than the other, or like look out, watch out, watch out. But every time I hear Lauryn Hill, I think about like racial things that she said or in the public eye, and people don't forget that shit. So there could be something with controversy here. There could just be something that somebody said and it's like someone's holding it against you. Because at first I went like back and forth combative because like darker energy, brightness energy here, but like, I still can't vibe this out. I don't think any of it is like awful, but again, like I am feeling like enemy is almost like the otter is like a fake friend. Like gazelle's looking this way, that flies. These two are going this way. I'm just gonna pull this raccoon that's just black and white. But this raccoon is extremely talented, very artistic. Sometimes it could be in the shadow, could be hiding, but like the mouse can kind of be like that too. But in a shallow side, not shallow, but like small-minded, nitpicky. But it could just be you being nervous. And again, peanut butter is picking at my left toe. That happened last week. Look at the beaver. Look at these yellows. I'm telling you, like it's yellow has been really coming out for you guys for like a solid 3 weeks. So again, you could just be nervous here. But I love the beaver. The beaver's hardworking, loyal. Beaver usually puts family first, works hard. It reminds me of the beaver traps. Like they're no joke. You can't get out of them. Mice, you can't get out of them. It's cruel. Like when their feet stick to something, it's cruel. So I'm getting pulled to like cruelty there. And again, like peanut butter. I just don't want to roll you over. Let me go get Max wants to come in. So like maybe like inhumane energy going on here. Like so you guys have predators. Like there was a dead beaver at the pond a few weeks back. And there was a lady trying to get out of a trap, and my dad's like, "Don't touch that. You never want to touch like a beaver trap. Like, and beavers are no joke. They can take your freaking arm off." And I had no idea like they had that ability. But you can trap beavers around here, especially in our waters because they build dams. But I mean, I like them. Like I was at the beach the other day, and this little girl was shooing away the pigeons, the seagulls, but she was throwing like the little shovel. And I said to Marsh, this fucking girl throws this little shovel one more time. Like, I'm going to say something. It's not even my kid. Like, please don't do that to the seagulls. They just want food, you know? And then Marsh is like, yeah, get him, girl. Shoo that seagull. And I'm like, fucking Marsh. We got this one girl being like, please. And I'm like, please don't do that. And she's like, yeah, get him. You know, and it's, I took it to heart, and she's like, yeah, girl, get them. You know, because Marsh's like, they're dirty birds. I'm like, they're not fucking dirty birds. Like, I don't know. Like, I just treasure animals, you know? So, like, even when I was a kid, like, I didn't step on ants. I don't kill things in the house, you know? Like, a spider, I still try to take it outside. That's me, though, right? But, like, people are cruel, and this was the whole section where we were talking about, somebody trying to take you down, or like a bully, and a beaver trap and a mouse trap. It's very like inhumane. Like they, like it's just my dad, when it comes to raccoons and beavers, we have a trap back there, but like humane, like he'll go set it free in the woods. Technically he could kill it, but he doesn't, which is nice, but so I'm telling you, like, so you do, once again, I'm pulled back here, and once again, you do have haters. You do have people here that are trying to take you down, or it will try to take you down. They could try to be sneaky. They can try to act like they're nervous, but they're not. Like it's very I'm getting pulled to like his little hair right here. Like it's all John Travolta, like very feathery. It's just kind of giving me that grease. But like a mouse can have like hair up there like that. Like all these animals can. So again, be careful with kids, because you can have a little kid here nervous to go to school because there's, they're like the little fish in the school, like fourth graders, and it's like fourth, fifth, sixth, it's grade school. Or they're going to middle school, and then you got the 7th, 8th graders. So just be aware. Maybe you want more of like an unconventional way of finding a solution, which came through the other day in members, versus like, we've had this conversation before, like, or you got to be the nicer person. Like there's something here where I feel like you have to change something. And it's not like, okay, we're going to stick to like how we used to do it, or we've experienced this with another child. Like, I fucking hate bullying. But I feel like this is like grown-ass adults doing this, which is even shittier. Again, very positive energy, very resourceful, so as the gazelle. Very aware. But this is like that bat leads to light. Like someone's content, someone's happy. Maybe you don't interfere. Maybe you're trying to let two people work it out. Like when Caden was a little bent out of shape with his dad. Kind of like, talk to me when he wants to talk to me about it. Like let them work it out. So there's multiple energy here. In the sense of like working together or not working together. And if you're like an advocate here, you're bigger than an advocate. Like you'd be bigger than like a politician. But I was getting politician vibes over here with something. And I know we have all these advocates in the world, it's changing, and we have speeches and people are seeing things differently, but we knew that was going to happen anyway when they started this whole woke thing, right? So But that's just the government using that word as if they're knowledgeable, because they're putting a spiritual twist in there, and I don't think people understand that that is a very spiritual word that they decided that they were just going to take, and it's fucked up. I just heard like alter ego, and using it towards like the Matrix, and half the Matrix doesn't even realize that it's a spiritual word. It's a meaning. It's always been around, and now it's like everybody just following suit, and it's they don't even know what they're fucking following. And everybody has a fucking, I'm hearing goddamn fucking opinion, but ain't nobody fucking doing nothing about it. Besides yelling at the TV, talking, did you see that speech? Did you see that game? Did you see that play? Max. Peanut butter. Hi. What are you doing? Hi. Can you come? Can I come up here? Peanut butter come? Peanut butter? Hi, baby. Kitty tootie. Hi. Yeah, wanna come? Wanna come up here? Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, come here. Come here. You're okay. Here's a good boy. Relax, relax, relax. Why are you so tense right now? Okie dokie, Smokey. Yeah, I feel like I just had to take like a pause, but it was like a quiet pause, like a moment of silence. I just got pulled to Pledge Allegiance. So again, this could even be like in college, guys. Like, but I think this is, well, it's a combination. And I am getting pulled to 17. My son would share 17. Didn't she have a daughter in that movie? And a son. What was it, like the mermaid? Something mermaids. Mermaid came out earlier, so it must be something with mermaids. But mermaids are a mythological belief where they would take the sailors, take the animals. They had somebody, as if like we had friends. Here in like Paw Patrol. Lonely. Someone's lonely here. There's got to be fucking depression here. Just be careful, because I do feel though like there's a target here, but like you could even be the person targeting somebody without even realizing it. or it's intentional, or like, I just got pulled to that yellow again with that beaver. There is something strong with yellow. And when I was, my favorite color is still yellow, but when I was a little girl, I begged my mom for this fucking outfit. For days and days, I mean days. She finally took me back to the store to get it. Like I was the happiest little girl ever, and I wore it for years. It was a pale yellow. It was just a little yellow top, a little yellow skirt. My favorite color, pale yellow, pastel yellow, you know, so, and I'm picky with the color yellows. So no really in between for me. One particular shade. So again, I want to jump out of this teasing thing so bad. I see this as like being adults, but there's children here. Like, so there's some like major player energy here. Galactic, politics, children, actual death. Like death's not here, but just in what we were talking about. It's almost like I have a whole bunch to say about this, but not a whole bunch to say about that. But again, it's like somebody could be waking up here, but I'm getting like woke energy, and it's like I can't stand that woke ass fucking weak fake shit that the government is kind of like projecting. People don't even understand, like, oh my God, it's so fucking aggravating. You can't have people in your life like this, especially people who will just argue with you until they're blue in the face, never change their opinion, won't be open-minded. I feel like somebody here needs to be like a little more open-minded when it comes to something, but they're not. That's the problem. So there's no point like tit for a tat with somebody here. Like they're going to see it their way, you know, but here it's like, all right, very, very positive, has great abilities. Again, rebirth. Someone could be trying to shut down someone's fucking throat chakra here, but like I do feel like with this bat, like you're gonna come out of it, whatever this, if it's darkness or whatever it is, you need to like let go of. I don't necessarily think it's fear, and I don't necessarily know if this is even you, but again, this is like, it reminds me like the Nine of Cups, the Star, the Otter. It's playful, but it kind of gives me the vibe of like a dolphin too. So there could be like sexual energy there too, or like reaching maturity with a younger child. I'm not sure. And again, the moth at the bottom of the deck. This like that's where like it can be a little like impulsive and hasty energy. Here, I think it's, you're not small-minded. I think somebody here is trying to make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about it, or like you don't have a degree. How can you talk about it, or how can you advocate for something like that? Like it's just somebody who's very very, very matrix around you, very small-minded. Sure you want to do that? You sure you want to wear that? And again, it could be, you know, two teenagers. Ma, she stole my straightener. I need to get into the bathroom, this and that, and you don't need to look what I like. You know, like one's a cheerleader, one's a band. Like that's when, like, you think you wouldn't have to like step in. And over here, I was saying like, leave it be, don't step in, let them figure it out. Something here, like you have to step in. So I think it's you guys, and you just step out, like in the sense of give your opinion even if somebody else doesn't agree. But don't hang out with energy. Like if you know like it's a never-ending battle, like never-ending story, like never ever in the book of forever is somebody going to change. Like why be around them? So you have very opinionated energy around you guys rest of August. And I think my group over here, even if it's meshed, there's a lot of awareness. And it's not just like it's socializing. It's like expanded awareness intentionally. So again, it could be part of this first wave energy. You're thinking out a couple months, thinking like there's something. Because this feels like a tiger or a panther or somebody who want to attack you, but they're really weak. But a beaver's like friendly, so I don't think someone's trying to befriend you here. It's just you got to be smart enough to know like certain people just don't belong in your life. Like there's got to be something here that's coming in. And on members, I mean, there was a strong vibe of like multiple different energies where no going back. Like you're very loyal, you're hardworking. You know, and there's somebody here that they can think they're loyal and hardworking, but they're a mouse. Like they're small-minded. You know, like it's somebody who's never going to change their idea. Like somebody who's prejudiced. Like it'd be almost impossible to take somebody who's prejudiced and try to get them to change their mind. Like as like a family member or, you know, a politician or president, somebody who speaks, like it'd be almost impossible. I know, huh? You singing to us, peanut butter? Yeah, you singing to us. So you got to be careful, like, because this energy wants to kind of like come in. It's not anybody that like wants to fix your crown. It's almost like they'd like to take it. They don't even want you to have it. They're trying to take it before you even have it. You know, but it's energy, you know, in the sense of like, maybe it's just a friend and, you know, they're going through something and this is not the energy where you want to be around because this is very fucking small-minded. Like, it's my opinion and that's it. You can't have a conversation or anything else. And like, I can get like that with certain things too, which pulls me to my dad. But my dad, like, I just usually just walk away, you know? I feel like someone here is never going to change. Like the government's they're dumbing you down, very small-minded, even though they're not. Like to me, you're an adult, you have wisdom. There's something here that's big and positive, and someone just wants to take your wood from you. You know, you've been working hard, or you're going to work hard towards something, and maybe somebody's like, well, you really shouldn't do it that way. Or if you're going to build, I wouldn't go with that lumber. You know, I'd go with this. And yeah, it's just, I don't know who this person is, but it's somebody who's probably never going to change, guys. Do you want that person? Like, if you're the owl, do you want that person in your life? No, you're going to try to avoid this energy. It's almost like someone's trying to convince you you're in the wrong line of work, or, you know, like, I don't, like, what are they, a fucking agent? Like, who is this person? Who voted this person to, who even asked for this fucking person's opinion? First of all. Best advice for this owl. I think it's just there's something with your aura too. And right now it could just be yellow. It doesn't have to be like all the colors of the fucking rainbow and chakras, guys. Like there's something with your aura. Core grasp. Filter the noise. Amidst the flood of information, learn to filter and grasp what's essential truths without being swayed by external noise. Again, like you just have that energy around you. Everybody has an opinion. It's kind of like everything I just kind of talked about. No shock there. It's just like a different type of like confirmation, you know. Try not to get aggravated over it. Like, again, like just either end the conversation, walk away, be polite, however you want to attempt to do something here. It's a lot of information, a lot of downloads. It could be DNA activation, something going on with like your hand, your fingers, energy. I took my nails off weeks ago, and initially I thought it was just going to be for surgery, and now like I want them off. Like the amount of energy like I can feel through my hands now, it's different. Like I feel like there's activations in your hand, and your hands are huge when it comes to energy. So again, I do feel like you guys have a lot of spiritual meaning of a yellow aura. Like you don't really see yellow and gold that often. It's a sense of self-respect, a deep spiritual connection, that desire and that knowledge, inspiring teaching and guidance, it's confidence, self-esteem, it's inner power. The yellow, it not only is the solar plexus, but it's the orb of energy that comes from your stomach, your gut. So I'm actually surprised that this is coming from that, because I'm not looking at it as a chakra aura. I'm looking at it as yellow. Again, like self-respect, deep spiritual connection. You hold that knowledge. You're good at teaching, inspiring others, guiding. So you're holding the color yellow right now in your aura, and that can be very attractive. Not like sexually, just, you know, it's everybody gravitates, but it's a happy color. It's motivating color. It can trigger feelings of happiness, joy, energy. It's intellect, persuasion, clarity with thought, solar plexus, the theory of yellow associated, the source of power, success, intellect, creativity, happiness, power, persuasion. Could be cowardness on the downside, not healing, but it's also clarity. Yellow signifies in an aura intellectual development for either material or spiritual ends. So again, like it could be your own research, your own thoughts. Like it was a lot of my own thought process today talking. So this is exactly what's happening. You have somebody around you that's very small-minded, guys, and I think you're getting downloads. This is ascension. This is part of the next wave. You're this owl. People might not like your opinion, vice versa. I don't know how it's going to go for everybody. Again, sometimes I feel like I got to do better and not just cut people off either. But I feel like I've had these conversations with people like, this is what I teach. And I think a lot of people just think I fucking throw cards. And so I just kind of shut down the conversation. And I'm just like, there's no point in really discussing it and telling people what I do. If, you know, I've already been there, tried that. You just think I throw cards, and great. You know, like it's my business. Outside of business, like we don't talk about it. I'm still a person. I still have friends and feeling, you know what I mean? So my business is separated, even though from my personal life, but even though I bring my personal life into my business to teach. I know that sounds very strange, but it's not like condescending. It's not manipulative. It's like a very private business, even though it's out there on YouTube for hundreds and thousands of people to view if they wanted to. So this to me is not you. This is somebody around you that very small-minded, and I don't think they're ever going to change. And it's just somebody who wants to peck at you because it's the way your aura is. There's something with yellow. Like, not everybody has that yellow in the aura, guys. It's not natural to always have that yellow in your aura. It's just not. So whatever you do next, make sure it comes from your fucking gut. So, like, you know, when you hear like a speech and it comes from your gut, your soul, you know? So nurture your gut too. If you're going to speak from your gut, nurture your gut. I don't know what you did in a past life or something. I don't know what's the beaver in it, because I'm getting like twigs all around you, as if it was like a belt, or like laying on twigs. So I don't know what that's trying to symbolize right now, but something with wood and trees. You know, trees have the ability, they breathe, they keep us alive. They have the ability to talk to you, to read your blueprint, ground you. So I don't know what's up with the twig thing here. I don't know if you want to go to bed with some sticks, some twigs around you. I've always gotten pulled to cool little sticks. Got them all over my bedroom. My dad's like, really? I'm like, I know. I call them like my little wizard wands. Little Harry Potter wands. I usually find them on the river. So, like, people are partial to like rocks. I know not everybody wants to bring sticks in the house, bugs, ticks. I don't know. There's something with sticks here. That can ground you. I really don't know what that message would be, but maybe do your own personal research there. Let me see if I can pick up on this vibe of the mouse. I don't really feel like I got to clarify all these cards, guys. It's a pretty clear message. Get ready for some downloads. But I feel like you linked to this link too. Like, see all the little things again? It reminds me of that. So if this is you, I would think it's, you know, being nervous or perfection, or, you know, but I think it's just somebody really small-minded around you. And again, if this is you, then it's that energy that's very small-minded around you. And just because it's like a rebirth and transitioning into something does not mean they're transitioning into something positive. Mountains nearby indicate the presence of a mighty enemy. So I don't see any mountains. It's usually when you pull out more cards, but there is an enemy. And they're small, like stealth. You know, they don't look at themselves as like a mouse and weak, and you know what I mean? Like it's tricky. Like it's like Mr. O'Malley, like the street cat. This would be like a street rat. You know what I mean? Like, so you do have an enemy around you. This came out on members a lot. Hand in hand indicates confining disposition. When close to 38, 39, 42, or 47, friendship will be warm and love. When it's near 45, favor will be found with superiors. 48, financial success. I don't have any of those other numbers out. Let's get one for this owl. What we need to be aware of with this owl. And again, this is, I think that's more of like a lot of like downloads. The park foretells a new love when very near, if distant, false friends. So if this person isn't already in your life, this is somebody attempting to come back into your life. And again, somebody like befriending you, acting like they're your friend, but they're not. So tell me about this starfish. So you know, just heads up here, because it's your energy. The railroad forecasts a long journey. If near 44, a serious accident. If near 29, a robbery. So none of those. So you just have a long journey ahead of you. Okay, it looks like you got safe travels here. Like again, like the crown jewels, like somebody wants to steal from you. I don't know if it's in the sense of like they want to be like you, if it's jealousy, or if it's like, I just got pulled to Kim Kardashian. Didn't she get robbed in like Paris or Spain or something? Like, so again, like wanting to take your crown before you even get the crown. You know, it's like greedy people in the family, and they want to take you out so they have more inheritance, you know. Act like it was a poisoning, or act like it was an accident. Like, you just have energy around that. Shitty. Hummingbirds usually, I just heard hostile, very resourceful, positive. The roads turn to the dark clouds foretells misadventures, but far from this person, evil consequences could be avoided. You got to keep your distance from somebody here. So again, it's somebody, this could be somebody that wants to come in and act like they're friends, or apologize, or make up with you. This is more than knowing like somebody's toxic. You have to pay attention to your energy, because you can't be focused on this other energy. You know, and it's, most people are like, oh, Mercury, things retro, people want to come around, like maybe you should wait, this and that. Like, I wouldn't even do it for the planet's sake. I would do this for your own aura, for your own energy. So here we go again with like the whole energy thing. Like, this is energy. This isn't about a person's opinion or this or that. This is like, you can't look at it as like they're an ex, so this was a good person, or we had fun together. Like, I don't know if it's been years or days, energy fucking shifts. You have to look at something as straight up energy, not what you experienced with somebody. Like, because even this moth can be pushy maybe. What is this moth? Don't make impulsive moves with this order because that's like happiness. The shepherd indicates intense love life following a strong feeling. So the heart signifies great joy when near. I want to say this is the same exact message that came out in Members with who this is, but I feel like you shouldn't be making an impulsive move here. This is a good thing. There could be something impulsive that just comes out of nowhere. The mouse energy is different. I just don't know if it's all linked. If this has to do with you being with somebody and you're happy and it's another energy, that would suck. But you can push through that. But here's the deal. Like, I think there's something big over here that has nothing to do with this, even if you're with somebody. So I'd find it very odd for Spirit to let you experience this and this at the same time. So this feels like a high priestess energy. Like, you're guarded up, you're in your own little world. You have to be, you're okay with it. Big change coming in, life changing. You can feel it. But got to be careful you're not swayed by external noise, information, right? And you got that up there, enemies trying to take away from your success, your love life. Like, you can avoid evil consequences or something. Like, two different. I don't think this is like your rebirth or dark night of the soul, or like this is like a different transition. I don't think it's yours. The money safe indicates riches. If shut side is towards the person, it denotes loss and speculation. Well, it does go this way versus that way. So what's this gazelle? House denotes success in all ventures. If present condition is unpleasant, future will be happy and prosperous. Also predicts marriage. So there's definitely something going down here with somebody else. I don't know if it's your energy. It's not I hate it. I just didn't want to bring energy like that into this read. But could be an ex-business partner, an ex-person. This could be somebody brand new, guys, that you end up falling in love with, for all I know. Somebody you meet, right? That's really good for you. But there is kind of like stuff in their life that still needs to be resolved. So that's why I'm saying I'm kind of surprised. Like, you can have this and this at the same time. That usually doesn't go hand in hand. It should, once you get through a lot of life lessons and realizations, then yeah, we should be able to have it all. Do I think this enemy is blocking it? No. I just think, I hope it's not one of those situations where you're like really in love with this person, but this person is not good for you. Like you're not gonna, like you won't find success with this person. Like it's kind of saying like this energy could actually possibly hold you back. You could have it if you want it, but do you really want it? Others of you, it could be a very positive situation. I gotta take these cards off the board. It's not the vibe. I'm more concerned with you. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's a lot. With the owl, you have next level, dare to dream, take a trip, renew your essence, listen to your heart. Not just the music. So there is something matrix here too. So you could be celebrating something. An opportunity will open that seems like a fantasy. Trust your vision. So that's great because I think like this is what's coming into fruition. There's something coming, an idea, a thought, something you create. I'm not sure, something you're already working on putting together. Spontaneity gateway, we recharge you with the energy and renew your spirit with relax. Take a trip, renew your essence. That could have to do with the wood and the beaver. But then party celebrations bring clarity, hidden feelings emerge amidst the fun. Listen to your heart, not just the music. So it's, you might be jaded when it comes to something here. You got Two-Face at the bottom of the deck, sometimes showing only part of ourselves to the world. Guard vulnerability wisely. But I don't think this is saying only show one side of yourself to the world. Like, this is all of you, but you do need to be guarded. I think if you can get to this, Spirit already knows that you've been challenged, and like that's why in a way it's a mouse too. Like I don't think this energy will stand the ability to kind of stop where you're going anyway. Dice of Destiny with a starfish. The dice rolls freely, but control over destiny remains in your daily choices. Shape your future with intent, not chance. So again, like it's that whole vibe. Could be, it's not the vibe of like risky, right? This is that vibe in the very beginning of the read where I'm being pulled to something. I'm trying to remember what it was. Where I was like, this is about your tomorrow. This is like your 3 months out. Like this is like here and now. Like that's what this is. And doing it with intent. It's ironic the dice is here because I'm getting pulled to the dice more than anything, but that could be something else being risky. Like, I don't think you're saying this is a risky venture, you know, or like it's going to cause a lot of uproar or, you know, it's risky to invest in this, that. Like, I don't think that's what that is necessarily. Like, not with it sitting on the starfish either, because it's a beautiful energy. It's a spiritual energy. It's also alluring. So do be careful with your aura too. This is like going for something and just doing it, regardless of what your parents think, your husband thinks, your boy, your girlfriend. Like, just, you know. So you do have some type of like upgrade coming in, or some type of alter to your DNA. Freedom, independence, money moves. Your freedom stems from your independence, controlling your finances when it comes to your security. Don't rely on others. Money waves. The waves of greed can be deep. Avoid the lure of quick gain. So again, like it's like that energy. You're very talented. Like this is somebody who wants to be like your agent or somebody, or sell me your idea. Oh, my head is pounding, but it's really like my third eye. I can't tell if it's prana or not. Like this is somebody who just wants to market you or tell you how you should present something, or how your format. Like, no. Okay, so others of you could be family, could be friends, could be a nuisance, and then there's somebody else here that like literally like wants to be your manager, and they're very small-minded. They're very matrix. Okay, they're very greedy. This is like stay away from make money quick scams. You know what I mean? Like anyone can be a reader, but then offer reads again, shut down YouTube for a week, and me do reads. I can make thousands of dollars just doing reads all week. Like, no, that's a waste of a whole week. Other people might look at it, yeah, but it's thousands of dollars. I don't know why I use that analogy. Okay, so to me, you're going to question this. To me, you're going to be smart about this anyway. Like, you're going to know something's off. You're not letting anybody fuck with your destiny. It's too risky. And at first, I was like, this isn't risky. But I'm telling you, like, your intuition, something's going to tell you, like, this is more about, I'm hearing industry, corporation. Okay, so, and it's okay to go into the corporate world too, like especially like I want to kind of be independent, but eventually like it might go corporate in the sense of me still having control over something. But sometimes it's a good thing to go corporate and go certain avenues, because they have the ability of really getting that out there. And if you got a brilliant idea, you want it out there. You want it published. You know what I mean? But you also got to be smart about contracts and how, the company and, even reputation and certain stuff. So I think this is definitely like down the line, but whatever it is aligning. So you do have to be careful, because this could be a headhunter to somebody already watching you, or, somebody who's been watching you. You don't need anybody else right now. Whatever this is, whatever you're doing, you want a new job, go after it. You just got a divorce, you want to party, go fucking party. Who cares? Everybody's going to have a fucking opinion. You matter at the end of the day, and your future matters here. So every choice you make daily matters. It shapes your future. So again, there is something about like tomorrow or 3 months out. Like there is that vibe that I was getting in the beginning of the read. This isn't about your past. That's why I'm saying like this is strictly energy. Focus on the yellow and not just like your gut. You should see Sheldon right now. He's literally stuck on the potty squatty, which I talked about yesterday, and he's moving the potty squatty around the house. Like literally. What are you doing, buddy? Where are you going? You don't want to talk about it? Okay. He's just been finding all these obstacles. Like, so I really think somebody just wants to cause all these obstacles for you guys. Like, I know it's fun for him, but I mean, give me a break. Like, this is getting ridiculous. But he purposely like moves that around the house. It's fun for him, So keep hearing this kiss, this kiss. Otter. She's beautiful. It's renewal, infinite possibilities. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going over here. Like time to explore new possibilities. What's this bat? Wear your bravery. You will face a moment where you're brave. Must mask your fears to inspire others. So there is like a different rebirth here. So that you are playing out over here too. So I don't think this is conscious and subconscious energy, but it's like a stage. You got to go through this stage and then here you are. So you're definitely going to get like challenged. Looks like you got lots going on because you got to be careful with this energy too. What's this gazelle energy, please? Unseen justice. Fairness flows through the unseen. Invisible forces of fairness play around you. Align your actions with integrity and harness that power. You have an ability here. Either you're aware of it or you're not, or it's just your DNA is being upgraded. There's some type of energy shift and it moves you, which I love. Be careful because I think this is like this resources is linked to this energy here and this, foundation. Embrace the stability. Do not change your environment lightly. Embrace the stability of your current setting, home, and your anchor. So yeah, I feel like because this is about like it's positivity, but I also like the hummingbird is looking over here at that, like that mouse, that energy of like somebody small-minded want to make quick moves. And the hummingbird is very resourceful, very positive energy. Like you got to think about your own foundation here. It might be quick, like, oh shit, I can do a lot with that amount of money or this and that. But like down the road, like there's something here, like that would be a wrong move. Like it just doesn't, it's not. Worry about like your own foundation. Like maybe somebody's like, you have access to this entire library or this, like, I don't know. Like, I don't like it. I don't like the vibe though. And you got theft. See, they just want to steal like your business. So enhance your security. Beware of losses of your inner circle. Secure your values. And that's when I got pulled to that Kim Kardashian thing too, like with robbery. You did have robbery down here too. So do be careful with locked doors. But I think this is more like I think this is about your energy when it says enhance your security. Like this is securing your energy, like securing your thoughts, your idea, your mind, securing. It's, to me, it's not like tangible like jewelry. Others of you it can be, so be careful. You did have robbery down here, so that makes me a little weary. But that was like keeping your distance. It's almost like someone wants to rob you of your ideas, your craft, your abilities. That's what it feels like to me. I don't know if somebody got away with this in a past life. You gave over control of your business. Like somebody sees you as a transaction. And whatever this is right now, like, you don't need this person. You don't need this person's help or ideas or thoughts or money. You just don't. So I kind of feel like someone's trying to befriend you here. They want to jump on some type of wagon with you. They need to get their own wagon wheel. Hey, can I hitch a ride? No, you can't hitch a ride. Where were you when I needed that ride? And it's not spite. You know, this is just somebody who you wouldn't work well with. Maybe you think you will, but I'm telling you, you wouldn't. So be careful here. I don't even think it's a lesson on your end. I think this is somebody at one point where, I don't know, maybe you had respect for them. Maybe there was love. I don't know. Maybe this is somebody who has money and they can fund something. But I think this is somebody who just wants to make money. This is not somebody who really literally cares about your foundation, your future. You know, this is just somebody that's like, oh, I got a perfect idea for you. That's what this feels like. Thanks, Guy. I just got pulled right to that. I don't know if it's because it's the teal and she just donated. We were just talking about that. You know what I mean? So again, you might not even know this person. It could just be a headhunter, but I wouldn't do it. You know, if you already got people, headhunters looking at you, then you know you got something good coming, and you can seek help elsewhere or figure out a way. Like, even me with my next idea, like, I literally, somebody has to sign an NDA before I even give somebody my idea, because I know that idea is going to take off. So you do have to be careful here, because this could be somebody you really think you trust and you don't. And that happens sometimes, you know, and it sucks when you think somebody's a friend and they're not. But like, to me, like, you guys know this person, and then another group of you, it's just, you know, somebody that's kind of been watching and, here, I'll kick you some money. I got this idea, yada, yada, because they see something bigger, you know. But you can create your own security here. You can control it. You know, if you're making that much money, eventually get your own accountant. You know, somebody you trust. You don't need a manager. Build your own foundation. Build your own company. Don't let a company like control you. Even if you choose corporation at some time in the future, like, you still have to have control over it. Like, you want to hold a majority of the stocks. Like, you know, like, you can't let somebody else control something here. And some of you might get like carried away, and it's like, oh my God, well, that is a huge chunk of money. Like, I could buy fucking 5 properties. Like, it comes out of nowhere, you know? But it can be taken just like that too if you sign something with the wrong person. So careful with signatures here. And there is something that's going to be definitely a little intimidating, but you definitely got some upgrades coming in, some massive energy shift, knowledge, but lots of external noise too. Like, YouTube can even be intimidating with like comments. So sometimes, like, if you're a YouTuber and you just start and shut the comments off, or like even me that's been on YouTubes for years, you know, when you know there's sensitive energy around a vulnerability, you know, like, shut the comments off. It's not you can't handle the heat. It's just there's no need for you to take on other people's energy towards you when you're creating or voicing your own opinion. Like, it's, you know, and like I said, people can come at you like, oh, you can't handle the heat, or you never know how something's going to come at you, right? But like, that's not what that is. You just don't have time to deal with that type of energy. This is about your energy. You're rocking yellow. There's not too many people out there rocking yellow right now, guys. And it's deep. And this could be happening at that, like I said, this the rest of August. This could be happening where I said that transit, was it Venus and Uranus? So it was Venus and Pluto. That's a lot of depth. That comes from your gut. So like right around the 29th 27th, 28th, 30th, 31 is that 28, 29, and 30 is going to be the peak of that energy. And it's at 0 degrees, I believe. And the Chiron. Venus, Neptune, Venus, Uranus, both in Virgo. 27th, 28th, Mars, Pluto. Venus and Pluto 0 degrees right there, trine Libra, Aquarius. And that was that full moon deal with Libra. So it's like zeros. When anything's 0, 0, forget about it. And that's the 29th. So the 28th, 30th, 31st, depending on your chart. Some of you, the 27th. That's when this energy will peak for you. Almost like a full moon, new moon. Like this energy is going to peak for some of you right around that time period. And something here is destined. Go after it. Happiness is destiny. Following your soul, your gut. You really can't go wrong. And here are the messages. Rest of August 2024. Saw like a statue. Or something like that. Not today. Boundaries hurt. Avoiding conversation. Still upset. Not dealing with that. Key on a ring. Many options. Conventional. One night stand. Stringing along. Damn. Death card. Relationships over. No second chances. Grow and transform. What's dead is dead. Girl with the snake. Charmed. Being used. You need boundaries. Careful, guys. And then you got ships. Cutting ties. Moving on. Massive ending this weekend for this week. Something could happen over the weekend. Because this shit was not in our reading like that. So this is just like on top of all that, there's this external energy too. You know, which could be very frustrating. Like somebody not giving you answers, or it's over with, or like, you know, you need boundaries or not. But like, I can go all over the place. Like, yeah, no, this is... It's not involve yourself in this shit. Like, this is Matrix all damn day. This is fucking gross. So, fuck that. Stay away from this as far as you can. Getting like snake blood. I don't know if there's like a spell here. Getting snake blood. What do people do with snake blood in regards to a spell? Blood magic. Death, rebirth. You have death, rebirth there, but like, it can be very powerful. Could be a ritual. I did see sticks earlier over here, but like, that I don't get a good vibe from. That's like somebody that's just... Just be careful, because if that is us, that's what somebody wants to do with us. Somebody thinks they can charm us into like selling us something, or like convince us it's the golden ticket, it's the ride you want to take, it's the car you want to buy. You know, it's like members when I talked about you guys having a toad. So and again, snake venom gets digested with the help of the stomach acid and digestive enzymes. If swallowed, the venom breaks down our mobility, which could lead to paralysis. So It's like the witch and the toad thing that came through. There's some powerful energy surrounding you guys too. So be careful, because this is like what somebody wants to do to you. Like, yeah, today maybe you're not talking to them. It could have been a one night stand. It could have been, an unconventional relationship. It could have been, lots of things. Who knows? Friends with benefits, somebody, strung along in the past. Who knows? This could be over. This is no second chances. You can't be bothered going through some type of rebirth. But like, somebody here still wants to come knocking on your door, walking on your path, jumping on your wagon. Somebody broke down and they want to catch a ride. So be careful, because whether it's a guy or a woman, it doesn't even freaking matter. Like, this is somebody who wants to use you. And just know right now you're not talking to them. They're still bent out of shape about something. I don't know, something like that. You know what I mean? So heads up there, because it's icky. Icky, icky. Okay. And others of you, if you have friends, family members, anything dealing with depression here, children, like, be aware, be them for there, check on them. There is something going on like that, okay? And I am getting like there's different ways of being depressed. Some people can, I don't know, be angry at it. Depression is depression, but like, I don't know. I don't know if there's like revenge here. Worry about yourself. Rest of the week, your vibration is definitely being raised. You're leveling up. It's your aura, it's your personality, it's time, it's astrology. There's just something here that is ready to take off. All right, y'all. I'll see you soon. I love you. Thank you. Love you. Bye.